Hey guys, if you can't tell by how beautiful I look right now, that kind of describes how today is going. I have been having a lot of different like early labor signs. Bathroom has been a lot, very frequent. My in-laws came over this morning because we wanted to get something hooked up to the house, so my brother-in-law was able to do it for us. So they came over today, and I wanted to just make sure, like, you guys know whenever I have company over, I just like to clean up after. So I was cleaning things up, and as I just started not feeling well, and not like ill, but I just started getting like Braxton Hicks, and usually I can ignore them and just kind of move on, but these I couldn't. And it was getting to a point where I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I should lay down or sit up or walk around or get on all fours, because a lot of what I wanted to do was just to hunch over. I wanted to be leaning over, and I still feel that urge to maybe be on all fours or to be leaning over the like countertop. So I started having that, and it would come and go, I would say, but mostly stay. I have been getting a lot of Braxton Hicks lately, and they've always been painful. You always read that they say that they're just kind of mild discomfort, but they've really always kind of hurt. Like, they felt like my period cramps. I was usually able to get rid of them and or just not even really notice them per se. Like, I would feel them, but I would just be like, who knows what that was. So today I just did a lot of cleaning when they left and organizing, and I could tell my body was just trying to tell me to stop. And so finally I like took a shower and just like laid down and just almost fell asleep. Just almost completely passed out. And I've been so tired the last so many days. It's like been really difficult trying to stay awake a lot. I've been very tired. I've been a bit more hormonal and just off. Today is 31 weeks, so I don't think much of it. What I'm afraid of is that today's episode has lasted 4 hours now. This has been going on maybe 4.5 hours. Off and on, and really strong and painful. I'm afraid of her trying to come this early. I'm really just hoping and praying that it is just Braxton Hicks. If I were 30, even 37 weeks pregnant or more, I absolutely would have went to the hospital today or asked someone to watch my son so I could have laid down for a little bit longer and seen what was going on. I do feel better now, like I said. We ended up putting her crib together today, which this is kind of when things went a little bit more south, where I got more emotional. I don't know if you could tell, but he was putting together the crib, and I physically can't stand that I physically couldn't help put the crib together. And I mean, I did with like little tiny things, but like it hurts my heart when I feel like I'm not being of help in any way. And my son was napping, so there really wasn't anything for me to do, so that really hurt. But like, I wasn't crying over it, but like it just like, it's frustrating. And then when my son did wake up, there was just a moment where like it was so chaotic, but I was in so much pain. I literally couldn't get up to go help so that, you know, my husband could do what he was doing and I could, you know, watch my son. Like, I just couldn't get up. And so that got to me at that point. Even my husband, like, he's been definitely a little bit more concerned for me. He's definitely been a little bit more aggressive with the way that he's trying to tell me I need to take it easy, because I don't take it easy. You know, when they say to lay down because you're having Braxton Hicks and to get rid of it, when they say lay down, they don't mean for like 5 minutes. They mean to lay down for like 30 minutes to an hour to really get your body to get back to normal. And for me, I lay down 5 minutes and I just assume I should be better. And when I'm not, I'm like, ooh. I have been laying down for a decent amount of time now, and I would say that it has helped, but I definitely am still having a lot of pain. So it's scary. It is. I don't want her to come too early. I want her to stay cooking, and that's the scariest part. I'm just gonna take it easy the rest of the night and tomorrow, and just, I really do need to start taking it easy. I put a lot on myself. I put a lot of pressure on myself. That's the update. I'm waiting for some dinner now, and then hopefully we feel a little bit better. My in-laws, like I said, were over today, which was a lot of fun. My son just passed out. He ended up getting overtired though, so he was like just too much. We like put him down, he passed right out. But that's another thing. I don't know, maybe even stress is what's doing this to me, because I can't handle when he gets overtired and his schedule gets messed up. It breaks my heart. I'm just pretty much making note of all this just for other pregnant women out there, that things get kind of weird and kind of shaky and you don't really know what to expect or what's going on. I have had this pain literally since 2:30. It is now 8:40. Pain has finally started to subside significantly. I ended up chugging I think 4 bottles of water. I needed to get this pain gone. If this was not real labor, I needed to find out. So I chugged, I think it was like 3 or 4 bottles. And now I feel sore. I can tell that my body was doing something. I don't know what. Not getting those really bad pains I was getting. I am doing too much, and I can tell that now. I'm very thankful that everything calmed down. I feel so much better. I had to beg my husband not to call my mom because he was about to call her and have her come so that she could watch my son, and I begged him not to because I did not want to go to the hospital with this whole corona. I think if the corona was not going on, we probably would have taken a trip to the hospital, but being that the corona is going on, I even got to a point, he's like, what are you gonna do when you're like, when you have to push? Are you just gonna push here? And I was like, to be honest, like that almost sounds better than going to the hospital right now. This is a very, very scary time, and I am praying that the virus is under control before she is born. I've considered canceling my sprinkle for next weekend, but the best part about that is that when it comes to like a sprinkle or like a little get together, it's family, it's friends. You can hopefully rely on them to know if they're sick and not to come around. That's how today went. Pretty much the majority of the day. My poor husband has been terrified, and it just kind of brought back different feelings of, and a reminder of, you have to think of your husband as well. You have to consider their feelings during all of this, because they're watching who they love the most in pain. And he watched me be in pain again. And I think it was, I know it was traumatic. The first delivery was very traumatic on him, and much more traumatic on him than me. He was watching me in pain today. And then the thought of how scary it was with my son, being afraid of, number one, corona, being afraid because he has stuff he has to do this week, and it's like he can cancel it obviously, but there's just so much going on in our lives right now that we just want to make sure that like we have things set up. It was just watching me in pain, number one, and then knowing like she would be born so premature. That's really scary. So he went through a lot today too, and you have to be understanding of your partner having feelings that day too. And when you do deliver, it's a lot on them as well. It's not just you. That's that. I'm gonna get in the shower, and he went to go pick up some more milk when my in-laws were over today. Their little ones had a bunch of milk, so we wanted to make sure that we're still stocked up, because that's something, there's certain things that we like to make sure we're stocked on, and that was something we started running low on. So he's getting milk, he might be getting something else, he might be just getting out of the house to feel better. I'm gonna get in the shower. Today was a day. I really thought I was in labor. What are you doing in my laundry? Excuse me? Are you doing laundry for Mama? Yeah, that's so nice. Yeah, you can make Daddy do it. Hey guys, so again I get to grace you guys with my beautiful face. It's been a day. It's been okay. You okay? Do you want to sit with Mama? Yeah, come sit with me. All overnight I was feeling fine. There was no issues. The contractions went away, and I was doing great all night. It wasn't until early this morning they started to come back. Mama. Yeah. So we made the decision for us to just chill this weekend and to let me relax and recover. So I had it in my head that it could have been a bladder issue yesterday, and that was why the water really helped, and also like dehydration and everything. Well, this morning I woke up and there was a tinge of pink to my urine, definitely a bladder thing. So today I would have to say I've drank well over a gallon of water. I have chugged water. I have felt dehydrated for quite some time now, and so this whole thing is my fault. Not drinking enough water is not good. I'm basically just gonna stay on the couch and in bed until Monday. Monday we have a couple things we need to do, and then we're probably gonna run and possibly give me some antibiotics if it comes to that. I feel fine now. This morning I was very, very tired, very achy. All morning I was very achy, but I feel fine now. Like I feel really good. A lot of pregnant women don't even know they have a UTI. He was upset because Dada left, but a lot of women when they're pregnant don't know that they have a UTI. It's easy to miss a UTI when you're pregnant. I'm basically just playing it out. Like I said, I feel totally fine now. She is fine. We've been listening to her on the Doppler. She's kicking like crazy. Like everything is completely normal. It will cause contractions, and they're kind of like real. They're Braxton Hicks, I guess, but they feel like real labor contractions, and a lot of women can go into preterm labor because of a bladder infection.
Mommy. Milk.
Milk? What do you want milk for?
Milk.
What do you want milk for?
Milk.
If it weren't for the coronavirus, I probably would have ended up in the hospital yesterday. You want a pouch?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Oh, sorry. Go in Monday if need be to get some antibiotics if if I feel as though this is still kind of a problem. Feeling all kinds of different ways about this whole virus thing. I usually don't freak out. I'm always very germophobic and very hygienic. I want to make sure everything's very clean, but I don't like overly freak out. But what's freaking me out now is like you literally can't get supplies that you need, and just everyday supplies. And also my baby sprinkle was supposed to be a week from today, but I'm thinking I'm gonna postpone it mostly just because of this. Like, I don't want myself to freak out and stress out because all these people are gonna be in my home and I'm like worried. And I also don't want them to feel as though they need to be worried and they need to be washing their hands and all that, you know what I mean? Especially because if they are washing their hands all the time or they are using the restroom all the time, I need to have all that toilet paper. So it's like supplies alone may make me need to reschedule the sprinkle. So that's very high on my mind. And plus, to be honest, like I feel in my heart and in my gut, that's something I really do need to do. Something I've been stressing about anyway, and that's what I did not want. I do not want any stress. I don't want to worry about this sprinkle. I wanted it to be something carefree, something fun, and when it got stressful, it was like, maybe I should just kind of back off a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What did they?
Is it not working? There you go. I'm really hoping that by the time she is born, this corona thing has gotten under control, or there's been different remedies, or there's just been something that has gotten better, but it's scary. Hello, today is Sunday, and I am still experiencing some like infection. So I know I have a bladder infection. So I'm gonna, yesterday was great because I didn't have like any reason to believe that I wasn't getting rid of it. But being that it's morning, the urine is more concentrated and you can really tell what's going on. So I definitely still have an issue. Tomorrow, I'll go in. I said we have some adulting to do tomorrow morning, and then after that, I'll try and get an appointment to go in so I can get on some antibiotics. And I don't want to do that being pregnant, but I trust that my doctors know. Up here? Hold on. I trust that my doctors know, obviously, what is okay to take while I am pregnant and what is safe and everything like that. And I know this is so common during pregnancy. What I'm really worried about is that it spread to my kidneys, and then from my kidneys, if you end up getting like issues with your kidneys during pregnancy, I mean, you're immediately admitted to the hospital. And you have to get like fluids intravenous, and you have to get antibiotics and fluids. I'd rather avoid that during this time. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm just gonna go on my own. I also, like I said, have my 32-week appointment on Thursday, so I have to go again Thursday, but it's not a big deal. I would love if they would pull my appointment forward. That would be amazing, but we'll just leave things as they are. Anyway, Hubs is getting more stockpile. Basically, he's been going every single day to make sure that we are stocked as much as possible, mainly just because the shelves are emptying and we want to make sure we have what we need before the shelves are completely empty. This whole week is a very, very, very busy week, so I really need to get myself together before I break down again, because this weekend has been so good for me. Relaxing, trying to get past this on my own. It's been really, really good. I love you. Oh, this was really, really important for me. This was really good for me, just laying low and letting my body recoup. I'm just scared that I'm gonna go from being able to relax to I'm gonna overdo it again. Just having more help has been really nice. My husband had the opportunity to give me more help this weekend, and that has been really, really good for me. I can feel it. Like, I can feel my body starting to like get together. But tomorrow we get to order a new dishwasher, which I'm so excited about. You guys know I've been like hating my dishwasher. Yeah, I've hated my dishwasher since we moved in. I liked it at the beginning, I thought, but I didn't realize that it wasn't working properly. And I don't know why it took so long for me to realize, like, hey, your dishes like aren't drying. My baby sprinkle is next weekend, and I am strongly considering canceling it or postponing it, just because I don't want people to feel uncomfortable, even though, to be honest, like, all the people who are invited have been like traveling, going to other parties, going to other get-togethers. But that's what makes me nervous too, is because they've been so socially active that makes me a little bit nervous, having them in my house. And that's just me being honest. My husband and I have been very cautious through this. Seems like we want to make sure whoever enters our house has been cautious as well. All right, so we are doing nap time now. He has been not feeling so great. His cousins, when they came over the other day, both had really bad runny noses, so I think he caught their cold. They were sick for a while though, so they thought that they were pretty much in the clear, but my little man caught their cold, so he's just kind of been a little bit off today. And I mean, I'm sure he'll beat it pretty easily and quickly. He doesn't seem like he's like overly bad, but I can tell he doesn't feel very good, and that really sucks, because this week is like the one week that we all need to like have our strength together because we have so much going on. We're just still chilling again today. Pretty much made it a thing that we were just gonna chill all weekend and just take it easy. And I feel like sometimes when you do chill all weekend though, it almost makes you feel even more run down, because you're constantly just like sitting or laying down. And my husband doesn't want me doing like too much like physical stuff, mainly just so I don't overexert my body. I really believe that him kind of picking up my slack yesterday really helped my body heal a lot, because I feel fine today. I feel so bad. My little guy just does not feel well today. He's woken up twice since going to sleep. Just like, I hate it. So he's miserable, and then that's gonna be really hard tomorrow because he has to go to a huge appointment with us tomorrow.